What's up, Stampers? It is Amy back in the basement studio, pre-recording actually one more time. It's been an amazing week, and even though I'm pre-recording, I'm pretty sure I'm safe to say that. So much goodness. I feel blessed in my life to have all of the things and all of the people in my life that I do. And crafting just fills my bucket, and being with people I love fills my bucket. And it was just, it reminds me why, after 25 years almost with Stampin' Up, that I just want to keep doing it, because it is such a bucket filler in so many ways. I'm like, my heart is so full, and I just love so much all of the people in my life because of stamping. So you are those people. So thank you. And thank you for watching today. We're making a special card, and I love that you are here, because that means that you care what I'm sharing, and that means the world, honestly. And I just want to thank you. And you're going to hear this a lot in the next month, because as we get closer to my 25th Stampiversary, oh my goodness, I'm going to be saying a ton how grateful I am and how thankful I am to all of you for just being a part of my community. It means the world. And, it's funny because my husband, we talk about it sometimes. He doesn't quite get it. I mean, he's been on trips, obviously, with Stampin' Up, but he doesn't quite get what it means and how it connects us as demonstrators and as crafters and as specifically stampers. It's a community that is truly incredible, and it's amazing. So yesterday, not as of this pre-recording, but actually yesterday, this is hitting the airwaves on March 18th, and it was yesterday the 17th that all demonstrators across, even if they didn't go to on stage, could see the inside of the catalog digitally, virtually at stampinup.com. And so I love now there's a buzz around everybody about all of the new products coming. And of course, as you probably know or have heard, I know I've talked about it just briefly a little bit here. We are having a May to August mini catalog instead of an annual catalog. So what that means is there's not going to be one catalog that goes all year round and then two mini catalogs that interrupt that annual catalog. Instead, what I love about this is that there are focused products for 4 months at a time, 3 times a year. And that's going to be really fun and a lot easier, I think, to keep track of for me and for all of you. You'll have the one catalog, but there will always be a catalog, and there will always be the colors and the paper and all of that in that one catalog. So if you're thinking about color families and how you're going to order cardstock and things like that, it's going to be in each catalog, which is, I think, such a phenomenal idea. And the catalogs are going to be about 84 pages, give or take. And I love that too, because you can kind of count on a little bit extra than the regular mini catalog. And that's probably because we're going to have those colors in there as well. But if you have any questions about any of that, please feel free to reach out. And I just want to say, next week, we are going to do a What's Up Stampers Plus, and I'm gonna focus on a product, but then I'm also going to be sharing some things here that maybe I didn't share in my story or in posts while I was at on stage. So look for What's Up Stampers Plus coming your way next week. But in the meantime, we have a super cool card, and it's using a stamp set that we haven't used in a while, and it has been available for like a year. But we also are using product that's in the current mini catalog, and I love bringing in that product. And the designer series paper is paper that has been around for a few years. So this is going to be a fun card that kind of brings everything together, and you can see how coordination is at its best with Stampin' Up. All right, enough chatter. Let's create. Last year, it was really trendy to see these cross cards pop up everywhere. And I decided that I needed to get on the bandwagon this year and create one, especially for Easter. I think it would be really sweet. So that's what we're going to do. And you may recognize that designer series paper that has been around forever. This is the one we're going to use. I love the back side of that as well. And this one is the other one we're going to use. And the back side is super pretty. So we've got lots of 6 different patterns, actually 12, but it's two-sided, 6 different sheets, and it is 12 in a pack. What else didn't I mention? Anyway, it's very beautiful. It's still in the online store, so you can go check that out. And I'm going to take first my Highland Heather cardstock. So I have the Highland Heather that is 5 by 4 or 5 1/4. So it's 5 by 5 1/4. So it's just a little bit taller than it is wide. The scoring, I'm going to walk you through it, is at 1 3/8, 1 7/8, and then 3 1/8, and 3 5/8. Okay, so I'll have all of this on the blog ready to roll. There are a lot of different of these cross cards out there, designed in different ways. And I found that Lisa Curcio's was really easy to follow, as she usually is. And I'm just, I'm in love with all of her projects, always. But this one in particular was super easy to follow. So I decided we're going to go for it. Okay, so there are 2 score lines on each side. We're going to do mountain fold, the closest ones to the center. Okay, so mountain fold means the peak is up, right? And then the valley fold, creating a valley, is the outside. And then we've created part of the cross pop-up right here. But what we have to do yet is add our designer series paper. So what I did was I took, and I want them all to go in a row. You know me. I pay attention to those little details like that. And it kind of, to the point where I'm a little obsessive about it. But I like that it's a continuous pattern here, across from left to right. And then in the center section, we're going to use more of a plain crumb cake. This will create the base of the cross that we're going to make. And so I wanted it to stand out a little bit and be a bit different. So I'm going to now adhere my designer series paper from right to left. And you can see there's a little border. So this section was 1 3/8, 1 5/8. So the designer series paper is 1 3/8. And then this one is 3/8 to go in the 1/2 inch section, I believe is how that rolled. Okay, like that. And then we'll do the more plain crumb cake. There are so many different designer series papers that would look nice. Here, I love the fact that these are celebratory purple, you know, something majestic and celebrating Jesus and what he did for us. So this is perfect for this. I just want to make sure. There we go. Okay. And finally, we have the last one. And I'll have the measurements. You can't rely on my memory, people. This is something we must learn about Amy. We can't for sure 100% say, yep, Amy's remembering those measurements correctly, because we don't know. But I wrote them down somewhere and I can't find them. So we're just kind of rolling with it. Okay, so then my card base is 4 1/4 by 11. And if anybody's keeping track, and since it's 2 weeks in a row, I'm pre-recording and I'm doing them really close to each other. I used 1 sheet of thick basic white cardstock to make my card bases for each week. So this one is the other half of the paper I used last week. All right, so the next part is a little important. We are going to squish this together to fit nicely on our card base. Okay, something like this. And then that center panel is going to stay popped up like that. So when we adhere this now, we have to do one side at a time. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to squish it while it's still wet and squish it perfectly in the right place. I got to make sure I'm right way up here, because this design on my paper is directional, so I don't want to mess that up. All right, so we'll leave a nice 1/8 inch border on the 3 sides as we adhere this down. And then I'm just going to burnish it a little bit with my fingers, get that ready to roll. Are you ready for me to be back live? I kind of feel like by now I'm ready to be with you again live. So Saturday morning, come, we're going to do this thing. We're going to do it together. So check out the Stamp Together Saturday. I have not posted it yet, I don't think, unless I figured that out when we were in Long Beach. But just come and play with me on Saturday morning. That would be amazing. Okay, so now we're putting adhesive on the other side. And remember, we need to kind of buckle this so that it adheres where we want it, with that little 1/8 inch border all the way around these 3 sides now. All right, so I'm just going to burnish, make sure that adheres together. One tip Lisa gave too is that you can, if you squish it over to the side, you can get it a better, more perfect placement for this. So, you know, don't be afraid to bend that over so that, you know, it naturally falls into place where it needs to go there. But isn't that fun? Okay, so that's the first part of our cross. Now the next part of our cross is made using just a cross wood piece, which is that same designer series paper in crumb cake. And then we're going to mount that onto a piece of Highland Heather. And I believe the designer series here, I've got a ruler right here. Why don't we just check? This is, okay, the designer series paper is 3 by 1, which makes the Highland Heather piece behind it 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then we are going to add it on to here to make our cross, to finish whatever, our cross. It is finished. Okay, so if we squish it down, you're going to have this come all the way over to the white, the edge of the white. So it's going to fit right over there to the edge. So that's what we'll do. I'm going to just add adhesive down the middle, close it or squish it down over to the left, and then I'm going to lay this so that the edges line up, and we're going to burnish. We're going to burnish real good here. Make sure that stays the way we want it. Okay. Isn't that amazing? Now, how do we decorate it? Well, you can decorate it in different ways, but the most fun way that I found that I thought would be really cool for you to see is with these new puffy stickers. Those are fun. Now, if we go to the beginning of our mini catalog here, you will see the scrapbooking workshop kits, and then the quick and easy options section, which is where we'll find the puffy stickers. Now, above those are ephemera pack mix and match, which would also work amazingly well for this. Here is, I don't know if you can see that, but in the center here, those would be some great lilies. I don't want to, oh, I'm sorry about that. Those would be great for the center of our cross. But the puffy stickers are even easier. So I'm going to grab my puffy sticker that has the purple on it. And okay, I just have to say, my favorite thing about the puffy stickers is how they smell. It's so weird, you guys, but I'm one who loves the smell of Sharpie markers. So it's, you know, it's like the same thing. I mean, it's not, but it is. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to go up from center a little bit with our puffy sticker, but we want to keep in mind that it is sticky on all sides. So we don't necessarily want it to hang over enough to stick somewhere we don't want it. But isn't that pretty? And now we're just going to add our sentiment. And I forgot that I had changed my mind about what stamp set I was going to use for this. So it's not a stamp set that's a year old. It's just reason to celebrate. And we're going to use Happy Easter from there. And so I have cut this tiny little rectangle from the Nested Essentials dies. And I'm going to snag my Highland Heather ink because matchy, you know. And I'm just going to ink up my Easter and stamp that down here at the bottom. And then the Happy goes up here. Look at that. Slick as a whistle, my friends. Okay, then we're going to add that so it sits right here like this. So what I want to do is, since this top part is sitting on top of the sticker, I'm just going to do that flat. And I'm going to add a dimensional to the bottom. And then what happens is we're going to adhere the top to the sticker and the bottom with a dimensional, which brings it up about sticker height. So super cute. And the last little thing that I'm going to add is some ribbon. Now this white ribbon pairs with Misty Moonlight in the annual catalog. And I decided I didn't just want it white. Yes, I do want it white. I was going to color it, and now I'm like, nope. See, changing your mind in the middle of a project is just fine. I was going to do Highland Heather bow by coloring the ribbon with Stampin' Blends, but I changed my mind, and it's okay. Another great way to do this bow would have been a fork. Did I tell you I keep a fork at my table all the time, just in case I want to do a fork bow? If you want a tiny bow, a regular fork works great for that. And I'm just going to stick my ribbon my bow right on the side like that. So I'm going to grab a glue dot and get that adhered, and that's it. So what I love about this card is, well, first of all, it's doggone beautiful. But secondly, it's easy. And that sticker, that puffy sticker, did you have any idea that we had those, for one, or that it would be so pretty on a card, for two? So I am super, super loving this. Even though we've got a little bit different green than the pretty peacock here, I don't think, like, would you look at that and go, oh my goodness, the greens don't match? I don't think so. I think this is perfect just as it is. So we've done an Easter card. I'm not even here to ogle it with you. I just think we have done some pretty amazing cards while I've been gone. So maybe I should be gone more often. No, I want to see you. So thank you for joining me. If you've been watching while I'm gone, then gosh, you're loving it, because we've had a lot of fun together. So again, come and see me on Saturday. I will be here live, and I'm really looking forward to interacting with you. So come and see me. We're going to have a little Amy Rich trivia in celebration of my 25th stamp anniversary, and come win a card. It'll be fun. All right. Thank you. Have a great, great rest of your day.